evening, Aries. Welcome to my channel, Spirit and I Incorporated. Absolute pleasure to have you all back with me this evening. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome to you. This forecast, Aries, is for the first half of October 2021. I am recording this on the evening of the 5th of October. And tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world, for some of you it will be on the 7th of October, but here in North America on the 6th of October we have the new moon in Libra, and that is happening at 13 degrees 24 minutes in the sign of Libra. And we also have Pluto, the planet of transformation, deep transformation in every area of our life. It is also going direct on the 6th of October. So this is really good news, and to definitely use the energies of Pluto in a very mindful way, because it does ask us to look deep within ourselves in the areas that require change, and to transform those areas and to allow transformation in those areas from a higher realm to benefit us. And though those changes can sometimes be uncomfortable, they are necessary, because otherwise we remain stagnant, and when there's stagnation there's no growth. So it's a very positive transformation for all of us to endure, but it can be difficult and discomforting depending on which areas that these transformations happen in our lives at any given time that Pluto transits one of our houses. For you, Aries, this transformation with Pluto is happening in your 10th house. And your 10th house is your worldly aim, your career ambitions. And so it's really important to be mindful, especially with this new moon in Libra, which is falling in your house of communications, with respect to your community and your relationships, which is your 7th house. Very, very good time to be mindful of your intentions as you move forward in these transformations of your worldly ambitions. Mars is also conjuncting this new moon in your 7th house, Aries, and so that has to do with Mars is, your ruling planet. It's a very fiery planet, and it's a planet of action. And when it's, utilized in a detrimental way, it can be very aggressive and argumentative and extremely volatile, which is not the mindset you want to come from. So I encourage all of you, Aries, if I may, to use this planetary energy map as a suggestion to allow any changes that you wish to make with your career endeavors, contracts, your aims with respect to your career, and how you want that integrated in your life to be concerned, to come from a place of an elevated mindset, meaning coming from a place of harmony. It's fine to express your opinions, but express them, if I may suggest, in a diplomatic fashion, because we also have a full moon coming up on the 27th of October, Aries, and that's going to be in your sign. And that is not a friendly full moon that's forthcoming on the 20th. It's a very volatile full moon. It can lend itself to a lot of volatility and aggression throughout the world, as we're already have been seeing and will continue to see. So if I may again suggest, in your personal and professional affairs as they relate to you, Aries, please be mindful of what you are looking to move forward with in your business endeavors, in your career endeavors, and how you do that. The key word is how. Again, coming from a place of an elevated consciousness to not only manifest that which you desire, which is a very good time for you to do right now, as it is a new moon, and new moons are indicative of creating, seeds of intention and nurturing them, but nurturing them in a very positive and healthy fashion, because that full moon on the 27th of October that is forthcoming is very volatile. So anything that we're developing now, or in, setting our intentions to create and provide growth to now. And for you, Aries, this is in the area of your your communities, your relationships, and how they associate with your business endeavors. Do them gingerly. Execute your intentions and your actions towards these new beginnings in a healthy fashion, so that when that full moon comes into play on the 27th of October, that there are no detrimental results from what you've created within this next 2-week window. So I cannot impress that upon you enough, because Pluto, although a small planet, it packs a great punch, and it is in your 10th house. So you want to stay away from ego, which is the lower octave of Pluto. You don't want to be aggressive or come from an angle of being angry. You want to come from an energy of being mindful, diplomatic, kind. You can be assertive and compassionate and be kind and move forward in your endeavors of that which you wish to create in a healthy way, so that you are supported by that full moon on the 27th. It's an excellent, excellent time to be creative. Use any aggressive energies that you have, turn them and recycle them into something positive that is in a creative venture. Because Mars is a very action-oriented planet, and you're going to want to release any negative emotions that you're feeling and recycle them and turn them into something positive that will be beneficial to you, Aries. So I did want to put the planetary energy out there for you, Aries. I hope that it is of help to you. And now let's get started on the oracle and tarot portion of your forecast. Again, for the first half of October 2021, I welcome all of you again. I hope that you're truly all doing well out there in the world during these unprecedented times that we are all, learning to navigate through and are navigating through. Some of us better than others. And one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. All right, Aries. Thank you again for joining me. Let's take a look at the oracle portion of the energies that you have been navigating through since the last half of September and coming into the first half of October 2021. I am utilizing the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. I've been meaning to attach the links to my decks onto my channel, which I definitely will be doing this week. I procrastinated. Forgive me. So those of you that are interested in purchasing them can certainly do so. All right. Let's take a look, Aries, and see what's going on for you here. These cards are too big for my hands. Difficult to shuffle. I'm trying not to drop them. Okay. All right, Aries, I'm going to take a look at your recent past energies, your current energies that you're coming into, as well as your forthcoming energies. Your first card out for your most recent past energies, we have the Turkey Spirit, and it is indicating that you are coming from a place of gratitude and grace. It did come out in the reverse, so you're just reminding yourself to be mindful of coming from a place of gratitude and grace, which is exactly what I've been speaking of with these planetary energies that we are currently working with respect to this new moon tomorrow on the 6th in Libra, which is the sign of balance, and that's what the scales are indicative of. So continue to come from a place of balance. You're not feeling very balanced right now. You're probably very overworked and feeling very tired, and it's been some stressful times, but you are manifesting positive energies. You want to continue to stay focused on that and allow the energies of this new moon in Libra to continue to provide you with balance, which you've been feeling sometimes out of sorts with. And that's not uncommon, you know, throughout our day-to-day endeavors, professionally and or personally speaking. So those are the recent energies you've been coming out of. In your current energies that you're coming into, we have the Starfish Spirit. It did come up in the reverse. It's suggesting that you should be, you know, focusing on you know, the infinite possibilities. You're a little uncertain of what those are at this time, coming into your current energies. Again, with the planets that have been, you know, retrograde, which have been most of them. Specifically, Pluto has been retrograde. That goes direct tomorrow, that planet, on the 6th of October. That is the planet of transformation. You know, we've had, pardon me, the Mercury, the planet of communications, in retrograde, which is, you know, the planet of the brain and how we communicate, and electronics and digital systems, and you know, short distance travel, which can be difficult to navigate through. That is also being in retrograde, along with Jupiter, you know, the planet of abundance and good fortune. It's the benefic planet that has also been retrograde. Jupiter will be going direct on the 18th of October, which will be wonderful for all of us. But remembering also that Pluto, you know, pardon me, Jupiter being, you know, the largest gas planet that transits through our solar system, it inflates everything it touches. So again, wanting to encourage you to, you know, control that Mars energy of yours, which is your ruling planet, which has also been retrograde and will be going direct shortly. You want to, you know, put a lid on anything that's temperamental within your energies, because you want to continue to come from a place that's positive and beneficial for yourself, navigating through, you know, any volatility from a place of higher consciousness, which is, you know, diplomacy. Do not come from a place of ego, because that's just going to backfire. So, you know, I know that sometimes this sounds repetitive, but it's really, really important to be aware of, you know, the weather map of these planetary energies, because they can help or hinder you. And so I'm just trying to lay it out to all of the zodiacs how to best use these energies when they are, you know, retrograding in our, you know, solar system, and how those energies can help or hinder us. So again, you know, don't think that the infinite possibilities, which this card is suggesting, don't think that they aren't available to you, because they are. Just stay focused on what your intention is in a healthy fashion, so that you can obtain that which you desire, coming from an elevated consciousness and manifesting that which is beneficial for you personally and professionally. I'm feeling this very professionally for a lot of you, Aries. A lot of you are highly creative. I happen to know a couple of you personally. You're beautiful people. You're highly creative, and, you know, take any aggressive energies that you have and put it back into your creativity to manifest that which is positive and ultimately beneficial, short-term and long-term. All right, and coming into your forthcoming energies, we have the Coyote Spirit, Aries. And this came up in the upright. Beautiful card. I hope that you can see it. And it is suggesting that any divine detours instinctively that you're feeling are happening, trust them. Very, very important, because the divine, the higher elevation of consciousness, spirituality is guiding you. For those of you who choose to tap into that energy, I highly recommend you do so, and definitely encourage it, because it will help you navigate calmly through any upheavals that you may be, you know, having to navigate through personally or professionally. So stay mindful of the divine detours, that they are there to benefit you, not to hinder you. So trust in that, because this card number also is a number 16, which reduces to a 7. And 7 is the number of action, but also in an elevated form of consciousness is an active action number with respect to moving forward with the divine's guidance, which is what this card is suggesting. So I highly encourage you, Aries, that navigate your life from a place of faith and higher consciousness to tap into that energy, and it will help you, navigate through any aggressive energies that you have and turn them into positive, creative endeavors, again, which will benefit you personally and professionally, because, our wealth is in our health, and our health is in our wealth, and you want to stay healthy in mind, body, and spirit to manifest the wealth that you desire in all areas of your life. Now let's clarify with the Rider-Waite Tarot portion of this forecast on these individual recent, current, and forthcoming energies for you, Aries. And see what we have for the Turkey Spirit. And what that is suggesting for your most recent past energies. The first card out we have is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, it did come up in the reverse, Aries, and again it is suggesting that you've been feeling some imbalance, probably because you're feeling overworked and pretty tired. So I would again highly suggest to take the time that you need when you're able to rest, rejuvenate. With all of these planets, especially Mercury being retrograde, Pluto being retrograde, and the planet of Jupiter also being retrograde, Saturn as well has been retrograde. Saturn will move forward on the 10th. That will help, provide some energy with the structured formats of life to encourage, stronger balances in that. But, it's been difficult, moving forward with all of these planets retrograde. And so they have left us, all of us zodiacs, for the most part, pretty exhausted. It's been a stressful few years, these last 2 years in particular. So it's just suggesting to take some time out to rebalance, because you're very tired. So take the time that you need to, rest and rejuvenate as we're coming into these new energies here with this new moon starting tomorrow on the 6th of October. Mars will be conjunct that new moon, which is your planet, will help reinduce some energy back into you. Again, don't feel angry or frustrated. It's just the way the planets, the weather map of the planets are right now that have been, keeping us held back and or, stuck in moving forward. The energies will start to move forward starting tomorrow. And so just take some time, these next few hours and even the next couple of days to recalibrate so that you can move forward out of these, recent past energies of feeling exhausted, I guess would be a profound and healthy word to use. To clarify the Ace of Cups, beautiful. We have the Hierophant that came out, Aries, and this is a really beautiful card. It did come up in the upright. The Hierophant is a major arcana, very strong energy, suggesting that you are indeed, and some of you, not all of you, because this forecast may not resonate for all of you, but a lot of you have been feeling, stifled with the exhaustive energies of all the hard work that you've been doing, and then feeling, You know, why is it not moving forward? And it's again just because the planets have been retrograde, which means they haven't allowed a lot of forward movement. And so a lot of you Aries have been tapping into your higher self. This card is indicative of a religious figure. You know, it's a very spiritual card. So whatever your faith is, whatever you choose to utilize to look within yourselves, to tap into that which is your source of healing and rejuvenation and recalibration. A lot of you Aries have been doing that while you've been coming out of some heavy recent past energies of exhaustion and feeling unsupported. You've been looking within to get that support, and that's a very, very positive card and a very reinforcing energy. So congratulations to you that have, you know, been utilizing that energy. You're taking that energy into your most current energies of, you know, realizing that the possibilities are infinite, even though a lot of you have not been necessarily feeling that. You know that they do exist. And that's playing off of, you know, the understanding of your spiritual realm, or that which you choose to tap into to provide you with that uplifting feeling that's healthy and positive. So let's take a look at your most current energies of the infinite possibilities, and kind of you're wondering where they are. The energy that we have to clarify that is the Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. This is an energy of your, you know, money. There's that pentacle, you know, the sword of truth and moving forward. You have your shield up. You're not looking to fight. I'm very happy to see that. That's positive. The Knight of Pentacles brings in messages of forward-moving action to obtain that which, you know, is resourceful and you know, indicative of finances, investments, related to, no doubt, that 10th house, which we were talking about, where Pluto is in your sign at this time. I believe it is Pluto. Yes, Pluto is in your 10th house. And that is moving forward tomorrow on the 6th. So this is very positive to see, Aries. You're getting a message from someone. It looks like an energy of someone providing you with a message that the resources are there to move forward with a career endeavor that you have, or a contract that you're wishing to solidify. For some of you Aries that are in business, of, you know, self-business and or working with others. So this is very positive to see. And it's moving forward. After a time of delay, it is moving forward. So let's clarify that Knight of Pentacles with the beautiful Six of Wands. Beautiful. This is victory after a challenging time. This is beautiful to see, Aries. The infinite possibilities that you were feeling aren't there. They actually are there. These two energies are supporting your question of whether or not this contract that you're working on, or the investment you're working on to benefit your career endeavors, whether it is moving forward. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, and it is very positive in that it is moving forward. You are moving forward very strong here, Aries. So I'm very happy to see that for you. For some of you, it may be a new job that you're looking at. For some of you, it may be a new contract. For others of you, it may be a new career altogether, whether it is self-employment, your own business, and or an associated business of some sort. They are moving forward beautifully. And take the energies of Mars, which is your planet, Aries, the planet of action. You know, keep your temper intact and move forward positively, assertively and diplomatically, and that contract or that new job or that new business endeavor that you wish to, you know, have flourish here within the next couple of weeks, to be beautifully supported by the full moon in Aries, your sign, coming up on the 27th of October, that it is highly, highly productive and fruitful. You know, but in order for that to happen, it's very, very important, Aries, that you keep any aggression out of any negotiations. so that that full moon on the 27th is not volatile for you, but that it is supportive to you. So these are beautiful energies, Aries. Very, very happy and excited to see that for you. Now, moving forward into your future energies of the Coyote Spirit, where it says you are trusting in the divine detours, which you are definitely doing so, because you're taking these beautiful energies of the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, which is your card of victory. You trusted, a lot of you, in the divine detours. You trusted that the delays were not going to affect the infinite possibilities that you're looking to manifest. You're taking that into your current energies, and to clarify that, Coyote Spirit, he's so pretty. They're beautiful. You have the energy of the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is a card of hard work. You are still working very hard on it. It did come up in the reverse. You're still working very hard on accepting the fact that there is a victory forthcoming with the message of a new contract or a job. You are trusting in the divine detours, but you are continuing to work hard on that. You're not, resting on your laurels just yet, which is why it came up in the reverse. You are continuing to work hard to build that contract, to build your finances in a new contract that perhaps, some of you that have your own businesses have just perhaps obtained. You're looking to solidify it, and you're continuing to work hard to do so, and you're trusting that the divine detours to bring you to the victory of solidifying that contract. Again, whether within your own business, a new job, a new contract, that it does continue to manifest for you. So that's very, very beautiful to see. You're continuing to work hard as you trust in the divine detours. Very beautiful to see. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles in reverse again, which does have to do with money, investments, contracts, as I've just been mentioning. You have the Star card. It did come up in the reverse. It could be that you have an air energy that is trying to stand in the way. This is indicating again a bit of a delay, but you are staying focused on the divine detours. An air energy may be a Libra, Aquarius, or excuse me, Libra or Aquarius astrological zodiac sign that's coming into play here. That might be, either standing in the way or trying to hinder a contract from that you're working very hard on to come into fruition, but you're continuing to do the work. You're very focused. So you're not really paying too much attention to that. Some of you, not all of you. Some of you are concerned, but a lot of you, I believe, instinctively are being very focused on continuing to work hard to allow the divine detours to guide you, and trusting that whatever this imbalance is here that's standing in the way, it could be just the fact that, the planets that have been in retrograde and are still looking to move forward between tomorrow, the 6th, the 10th, Saturn will move forward. I believe that this energy will change at that point in time. But just stay focused. Don't worry about someone trying to, throw a wrench in what you're trying to move forward in. That's not uncommon in the ways of the working world. Just stay focused, be diplomatic, stay assertive, and move forward. And navigate through, the fogginess of the concerns that you have of what this energy is, whether it's an individual standing in your way or trying to stand in your way. Navigate through it. And the way you do that is by tapping into your source of support spiritually and trusting that the divine detours will help you navigate through this imbalanced energy that's trying to stand in the way of your victory. You'll be victorious, Aries. But the way to be victorious is to utilize the energies of the divine to keep you positive, keep you focused on the hard work that you're still doing, and you'll navigate through that imbalance. Now I want to clarify the balance of this reading with the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. This is a strong forecast, Aries. It's, you're in the throes of, something big here, and somebody doesn't like it. I'm sorry, I know that came out rather strong, but I just was inclined and was guided to, pick up these cards again and let you know that for those of you that are resonating with this forecast, there's someone that's, could be very envious of what you're manifesting. Somebody in your environment, again, whether it's associated with your own business or, an outside employment position that you have. As you're moving forward, you may have to let go of that individual or that energy that is associated with that individual. I'm feeling very strongly that there's someone that's feeling very envious. They want to be the star, and they're not feeling that they are, and they're trying to project that energy onto your hard work, which is why you're feeling exhausted as you continue to remain focused, which is why it came up in the reverse as well, and you have felt some uncertainties about, where is this victory? Don't focus on that negative energy, whether it's an individual that's trying to delay you or, stand in the way of your, contract forthcoming that has, felt victorious on one hand, but is trying to throw, that energy is trying to throw a wrench in it on the other. I hope that doesn't sound confusing. I'm just trying to spit the words out as I'm feeling, being guided to do so and have it make sense in some fashion. But for those of you that are resonating, the key word is stay focused and do your best not to get into an argumentative energy with whatever this individual, whether it's an individual or an energy of an individual, is trying to delay your progress. Don't let that happen. And again, the best way to do that is to stay focused on your work so that you're not engaging in whatever that energy is trying to feed you to become argumentative or volatile, because that is something you don't want. That energy wants to be the star, but you're the star because you're being divinely guided. So stay focused on that, Aries. Super, super important. I cannot impress that upon you enough. Stay focused on the divine and how you're being guided by, your higher self. And that's what's going to lead to the victory of a positive message for that contract that you're creating in your current energies. And therefore not put energy into that negativity, of that individual and what that individual or that energy of that individual wishes to project onto you. Pay it no attention. Now, to clarify the balance of this read, I'm going to pull a final card from, from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. And let's see what your overall message is for this first half of October 2021. Stay out of any gossip as well, Aries. That just came to me as I'm shuffling here. Don't engage in the lower vibrations, because that is not going to help what you're trying to create. Don't engage. Even if you feel, it might be, even if some of you feel that it would be helpful to you, it's not going to be helpful, because there's someone or something here that wants you to engage in that lower energy, and it's not going to behoove you. So stay away from it. Stay focused on your work as you've been doing, and trust in the divine. If you want to communicate with anybody, communicate with the divine. Communicate with that energy. Stay in your higher consciousness and do not be tempted by this lower energy, this lower vibrational energy, because it's not going to be helpful. All right, a final message for Aries for the first half of October 2021. What have we got? I do hope that this has resonated for a lot of you, Aries, and that it has been of help to most of you. Thank you again for liking and subscribing to my channel to help it to grow and to connect with other Aries out there that perhaps would be looking and are in need of some guidance in a positive and healthy fashion. I deeply am appreciative to all of you. All right, final message for Aries for the first half of October 2021. And the card that came out for you, Aries, you had this last month. I believe it was you, maybe not, but Metamorphos. And that's been coming out for a lot of the zodiacs in the last 4 or 5 months. Allow the Metamorphos to happen, Aries, which again is confirming to allow for the divine detours to guide you. Remember that, if I may suggest, to remember that, you know, rejection is protection, not projection, but rejection is protection in the world of spirit and spirituality, and how we can utilize those positive energies in our physical realm here on this planet. Allow the Metamorphos to continue to transform, which is Pluto in your 10th house, as I have mentioned throughout this forecast for this first half of October 2021. Your 10th house is your career endeavors, your worldly aims, how you show up for those worldly aims, and in your agreements and negotiations of that which is contractual to enhance your career endeavors. Do not engage in this energy that wants to be the star but just isn't, because they can't sell it. They don't know how. Let the Metamorphos happen in your energies, keeping you focused, keeping you trusting in the divine detours, and allowing the victory to happen for you, which is this full moon coming on the October 27th transit this month. Again, in your sign, Aries, very, very fiery, but also a very, very volatile time. It's not a friendly full moon, so very, very important to stay focused on whatever you are developing now and have been developing in the last few weeks. Keep it kind, keep it diplomatic, keep it assertive, stay focused. Allow time for rest. Maintain connected to your higher realm of spirituality, and the victory will manifest, because the Metamorphos is allowing that to happen with Pluto, the planet of transformation in your 10th house, which is right here. So allow it to happen as the divine sees best for you, Aries. And stay out of the way. All the divine is asking you is to stay focused and to stay kind, gentle with yourself, gentle with others. Don't engage in anything that's negative. Stay out of the gossip. Stay out of the lower vibrations of those energies that just don't get it. They are not the star. You are. Because anything that comes from the divine is yours. And those are the detours that you want to manifest and accept, to obtain that metamorphosis, that continued metamorphosis, which is going to lead to the victory, which is the Six of Wands. This is very beautiful, Aries. I hope this was not confusing to you, Aries. I thank you again for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you with me this evening. I will be putting a separate video out on the energies of Saturn, Pluto, Mars, and this new moon, as they are clustered together in the sign of Libra at present, and will continue to be here for a little bit of time. And stay tuned for that. Stay focused, Aries. Take special care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Thank you again for joining me. Good night.